Al-Kindi contributed to many subject areas. He is credited with developing a method for breaking ciphers by analyzing the frequency of the occurrence of letters in a message. He also presented a theory on tides that depended on the rise and fall of temperature. Al-Kindi was the first great theoretician of music in the Arab Islamic world. While Muslim intellectuals were already acquainted with Greek philosophy, Al-Kindi is credited with being the first real Muslim philosopher. His own thought was largely influenced by the Neoplatonic philosophy of Proclus, Plotinus and John Philoponus, amongst others. Al-Kindi believed that the goal of metaphysics was knowledge of God, but later philosophers disagreed and said that metaphysics was concerned with being qua being. His understanding of metaphysics is that God is absolutely one, and that any description of God that can be predicated to anything else cannot be said about God. He described God as the creator, who acts as both a final and efficient cause. He also portrayed God as a conduit for created intermediaries, who in turn act on one another to produce the desired result. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle were highly respected in the medieval Islamic world. Al-Kindi theorized that there was a separate, incorporeal and universal intellect. Plato says that everything in the material world corresponds to certain universal forms in the heavenly realm, but Al-Kindi says that human intellects are only potentially able to comprehend these. The first intellect is perpetually thinking about all of the universals. The author uses the analogy of wood and fire to explain his theory that for the human intellect to think about something, the first intellect must already be thinking about it. Al-Kindi says that the soul is a simple, immaterial substance, which is related to the material world only through its faculties. He compares the soul to a ship, and says that the soul can be directed towards the pursuit of desire or the pursuit of intellect. Al-Kindi contrasted prophecy and philosophy in 4 ways, saying that the prophet had the truth revealed to him by God, and that his understanding was clearer and more comprehensive than that of the philosopher. Al-Kindi adopted a naturalistic view of prophetic visions, arguing that imagination allows human beings to receive the form of something without needing to perceive the physical entity to which it refers. Al-Kindi was a philosopher who enjoyed the patronage of the pro-Mutazilite Caliphs Al-Ma'mun and Al-Mutazil. Al-Kindi was a master of many areas of thought and was praised by Ibn al-Nadim. Al-Kindi was a major figure in the Islamic world, and his philosophical texts were translated into Latin, influencing Western authors like Robert Grosseteste and Roger Bacon.